It was late and the house was quiet. You sat by the window staring out at the city lights, lost in thoughts, wrapped in one of Jungkook's sweaters. You pulled your knees up to your chest, feeling the cool night air against your skin. Even though your life was so different now, the memories of your past still stayed, haunting you in the quiet hours. You had been through so much, trapped in a life you never wanted, under the control of a cruel man who saw you as nothing more than his possession. Those days had left scars, some visible on your skin and others hidden deep inside, making it hard to believe you could ever feel safe again. But everything changed when Jungkook found you. He was a mafia boss, powerful and feared by many. Yet he saw something in you, something worth saving. He had freed you from that nightmare, ending the hold your ex had over you. You would never forget that night, the look in Jungkook's eyes when he promised you would never have to be afraid again. Now you were his wife, living in a world you never thought you would belong to. A world of protection, security, and strange comfort. Jungkook was nothing like your ex. He was fierce but gentle with you, always patient, giving you the space to heal at your own pace. He made his home your sanctuary, filling it with warmth and understanding. But tonight the old fears crept back. You traced a faint scar on your wrist, memories flooding back despite how far you had come. Sometimes you wondered if Jungkook noticed the distance you sometimes kept, the walls you still built around yourself without meaning to. The soft creak of the door pulled you from your thoughts. You looked up to see Jungkook standing in the doorway. His expression softened when he saw you. His dark eyes held a warmth that always seemed to chase away your fears, even when you felt trapped in your past. "Can't sleep?" he asked softly. His voice was filled with love and affection. He loved you more than he ever loved anything, and he knew he will the moment he saw you, even though you were completely shattered. You gave him a small nod, just thinking. He came closer, moving slowly like he didn't want to start anew. Don't know why, but he had noticed that whenever he tries to come closer, you flinch, as if afraid to let him touch you. Sitting beside you, he gently took your hand in his, rubbing small circles on your skin with his thumb. The warmth of his touch grounded you, pulling you back from the dark memories. "You don't have to tell me anything, but I'm here for whatever you need," he said quietly. His words, so simple yet so filled with care, broke something inside you. You looked at him, feeling a wave of emotion rise in your chest. Here was this powerful man, someone feared by many, yet he was looking at you with nothing but patience and love. "Thank you, Jungkook, for saving me, for everything," you said while your voice was barely audible. He gave you a soft and loving smile. "You're safe now. As long as I'm here, no one will ever hurt you again." There was a complete silence for a moment. He reached out, brushing a stray strand of hair behind your ear. His fingers stayed on your cheek. Jungkook always tries to come close, to show you how much he loves you, and sometimes he couldn't control himself. "You look so beautiful tonight." Managed a small smile, your heart fluttered. "Jungkook, I mean it," he whispered, leaning closer. "Every time I see you, I fall a little more, even when I think I have fallen as far as I can." He cupped your face gently, his thumb brushing across your cheek. The moment felt perfect, and you wanted to let yourself lean into him, to let him hold you. But as his hand drifted down, settling on your arm, his fingers pressed lightly against your skin. Without thinking, you flinched, jerking your arm back as if his touch had burned you. Jungkook's hand froze in midair, and his expressions shifted, confusion and hurt flashed across his face. "Why? What happened?" You looked away, swallowing hard. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to." "No," he interrupted. His tone was soft but firm. "Why are you always pulling away from me? Did I do something wrong?" You shook your head, standing up. It's not you, Jungkook. You didn't do anything. It's just I'm not used to. Used to what? Being touched? Being loved? Why, and I'm your husband. Why do you act like I'm a stranger to you? He says, standing up and walking behind you, as today he wanted to know why you always flinch whenever he tries to come closer. Why do you always react like this, Ryan? Do I scare you? You shook your head immediately, your eyes started getting teary. No, Jungkook, it's not that. You don't scare me. Then what it is? He exhaled slowly, his gaze searching your face as if he could find the answers hidden there. Every time I try to get close, you pull away. I need to know why. Do I make you uncomfortable? Do you not want me near you? No, it's not you. It's me. You whispered, struggling to hold back the wave of emotions arising inside you. Then help me understand. You are my wife, Ryan. I can't stand seeing you like this. Always tense, always pulling away. Please talk to me. You took a shaky breath, feeling his fingers intertwine with yours, grounding you. For a moment you hesitated, every instinct screaming at you to keep it hidden, to protect the scars you had carried alone for so long. But the warmth of his gaze, the gentleness in his touch, made the walls around your heart begin to crack. But you looked away. It wasn't that easy to reveal the scars you are trying so hard to bury inside. But today Jungkook was determined to know why he can't be close to you. What makes you not let him touch you? I want to know you, every part of you. Please, fine, don't shut me out. A tear slipped down your cheek and you quickly brushed it away. You'll look at me differently. You won't be able to see me the same way. Jungkook's grip on your hand tightened, his gaze fierce. I would never. Do you think so little of my love for you? His voice broke slightly and he let out a shaky breath. Whatever it is, Ryan, it won't change the way I feel, I promise. For a long moment you just stared at him, torn between the fear of exposing your scars and the warmth of his touch. You took a shaky breath, feeling torn between the fear and the trust he offered. Slowly you reached down, pulling off your shirt to reveal your back, covered in scars. Your shoulders were bare and you were only in your bra, feeling vulnerable in front of him. Silence filled the room as Jungkook looked at the scars across your back, burned marks, faint but still there, each a painful reminder of your past. His expression hardened, his jaw clenching as he took in the sight, anger and sorrow mixing in his eyes. You could feel his rage, not at you but at the person who had done this. Why didn't you tell me? His heart clenched, he swallowed looking down. I was scared that you would see me as weak, that you would pity me. Jungkook moved closer. He extended his hand but stopped as if hesitating to touch you. Can I touch you? He asked softly, his fingers hovering just above your skin. You nodded, closing your eyes. His fingers brushed lightly over one of the scars. His touch warm and gentle. It sent a shiver down your spine, but this time it wasn't out of fear. For the first time, you felt safe. He traced each scar with the utmost care, as if touching something fragile. His breath hitched and he let out a shaky sigh, filled with pain and anger. If he were still alive, I had make him pay for this. No one else should have hurt you like this. A tear rolled down your cheek and this time you didn't wipe it away. Jungkook wrapped his arm around you, pulling you close, his hand gently rubbing your back, careful of the scars. You're not broken. These scars, they show how strong you are. You survived, fine, and now you are here with me. I won't let anyone hurt you again. You rested your head against his chest, feeling his heartbeat steady and calming. His hand kept moving softly over your back, each touched like a promise. I don't deserve you, you whispered, feeling overwhelmed by his kindness. He pulled back slightly, his eyes meeting yours with a serious look. Don't say that. You deserve to be loved and protected, and I'll spend every day showing you that. He leaned forward, pressing a soft kiss on your forehead. To me, you're beautiful, Vian. Every part of you. A quiet sob escaped your lips, and he held you tighter, letting you cry in his arms. In his embrace, you felt a warmth you hadn't known in years, a feeling that maybe, just maybe, you could finally heal.